Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Stasis, Bone Totem. So we've got what I think it must be a little bit of a flashback here. Looks like...
We are 100% unpacking this stuff today! Mac?
Got young Charlie here.
Typical.
She doesn't seem to have any other sort of facial implants and stuff that she has in the previous part of the game.
Series 3 operator. Mac's dad never made 3. He never had a family like this either. He always said, careful what you take on. Get too much, you tempt fate. I keep telling him, that's just old man and the sea paranoia.
Okay, well, what's up this way? Something else? It's got a fridge.
So fast.
So I take it that Hope's still
All
alive.
you have to do is blink.
Oh, okay. I thought there'd be more to the flashbacks, so that's why I left it for this episode. But in any case, Chapter 3, Story's End, question mark? I don't think so. I think there's quite a lot still to do. If we remember, Charlie was in a wreck in the rover.
Charlie is okay.
Moses. What?
Charlie? Charlie.
Mac, I'm here. I'm okay. What happened?
I don't know. An explosion, I think.
You reinstated the procedure to destroy the facility. A procedure many gave their lives to stop.
Well, you're a lot more coherent suddenly.
The detonation removed something. Some kind of inhibiting. I have not been myself for some time, I do not think.
Mac? Moses? Where are you? Are you hurt?
Moses is unharmed. Moses is alone. I'm in this dig site, or whatever the hell it is. I'm not hurt, but it's flooding bad in here. I think this whole place is about to vanish.
Fido's done for too. It's wrecked and...
Warning. Asset integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
My suit's damaged. Losing power. I think I'm in trouble.
You never should have come here. We have that in common.
Okay, not much to do here apart from leave. Irrevocably crippled by the explosion. We don't want to go back in. Metal tracks lead down a tunnel drilled into the rock. An attached screw pipe reveals the tracks were built to allow a hulking device to move along them. Okay, well, let's carry on this way then.
Rover is basically crushed. We're not going anywhere in this.
Warning. Asset integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
So we need another way out.
You're running out of time. I can help you, but there is a price.
And what's that?
I have been here. I can't remember how long. Trapped. Help me, and I will help you.
So, what? We find you, you get us out of here?
That is my offer.
And how are you going to do that, exactly?
There is another drone. The Kalan. I know where it is, how to access it. Free me, and I will take us all to it.
Moses and I can work on finding this guy, wherever he is.
Is it going to be an AI
Charlie,
or something?
You work on getting back inside.
Energy reserves below 20%.
And make it quick.
Alright, we've got machinery we can take a look at. So we'll do that. No power detective. Have we? Ooh. We rammed that in it.
Power connection achieved. Mobile mining platform active. Warning. Dive suit energy reserves diminished.
Oh, great.
What is it?
I found some kind of mobile mining rig. It was dead, so I powered it with my suit.
You don't have much power left, Charlie.
Exactly. But I did get it running.
Let's take all these things. Let's try this. Does it want this? No. Does it want that? No. Does it want that? No. What about that? Nope. Okay. Well. Yeah, I think that's stuck, but there might be more. There's something up here. I guess we'll go and take a look for that. Oh, it's another area. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, it's just a boring machine.
Look at this.
You were right. They were digging. That's a boring machine.
If you are at the dig site, then you are near the Legacy base. The first installation.
You mean Site Alpha?
Yes. Precisely.
How did you know that name, Charlie?
It's on the computers down here for the mining setup.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
I have to keep moving.
Let's take a look at this.
Warning. No survey data found. Operation inhibited.
Survey data?
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
Okay, well, let's leave that for now. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to be able to get round here. Or can we? Maybe I can. Fair enough. Power this again.
Heavy on the central apparatus. 1138. Connection established.
Okay, good.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
Okay, not so good. Should be able to get the core sample out, though.
This is used in mining operations to core out rock analysis samples. The internal capacitor powers a mini laser fusion jet of superheated matter along a narrow cutting plane. The housing hasn't stood the elements and is coming apart at the seams. Mac could probably help it along. Good. Okay, let's switch to Mac. Remind ourselves what he's up to over here. So he's in this dig site. We haven't... I think we have had a look round. There's stuff still to do here. But Mac, why don't we give you this? So we've got a microfusion laser and a scanner. Okay, let's go back to Charlie then. So let's take these things back. Oh, we've got the core sample. Okay, well I think that's everything then. Maybe we can do something with this now? Alright, maybe it's the other terminal. Okay, sample.
Stand by. Analyzing core sample.
Yes.
Alert. Mining survey data received.
This is Daniel Tang Gunderson, maintenance crew. Roger wants me to cap the entrance diameter at 18 feet. Makes sense? Downright logical. I'll round it up to 20 and create a bit more wiggle room. I can hear him scraping away as he works, although I was supposed to leave hours ago. It's the least I can do to stay with him and offer my support. I've stopped trying to adjust the boring machine because I know the Geo team is working on finding the precise core frequencies that will allow us to progress, but that procedure will take several months. Despite this, I don't regret my choices. The universe is a harsh and unforgiving place. If we're not the one struggling, someone else will likely be. That's just how it goes. Okay, well, let's go back to the drill now. Got the survey data. Okay, so we're going to need some data. We need a velocity and a vibration frequency. So let's go back. Let's see what Moses is up to. Oh, so he's in here with these brains. Everything's on fire. Was it on fire before? I don't think it was. This Moses is about to die.
Scary things.
Well, he didn't die.
What the hell was that?
Charlie Mac. I don't know what it is. Some dark truth of this place. One of many. I have only heard it.
Scary things. Safer here.
Moses, you have to start moving.
Safer here. Safer here.
Poor
Its
Moses.
cries. They are wrong. I would hear them far away.
Stay here. Stay here.
I know you're scared, sweetheart. I am too. But we need your help. Please. Mose, we can't make it out of here without you.
Moses is brave. Moses is strong.
Poor Mose.
Scary things? No scary things. Yet.
The creature from the brain. Whatever it is, you likely have not seen the last of it.
I am brave and strong.
I hope so, my friend. I hope so. For both our sakes.
Okay, what do we got? Pipes. There's a security terminal
But
there.
be sure not to spend working hours in piety. The workplace is the ideal place to discover more about yourself.
Your body is a temple, a vessel, if you will. So keep things pure and tidy for the mother's sake.
Employment should be your vessel. Work is when you feel most alive, loved, accessible.
Cain's nature is to shine the light of understanding into the world's darkest regions. But remember, dying is the hard part. On the other hand, working is easy, and the Nexus awaits us after death.
Okay. Ah, let's log in.
Please select subsystem.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's come out of here for now.
This door is locked. This door is extra locked.
I hear you, Moses. I hear you. Just outside. Just outside. This is my lab.
Great. Work on getting him out of there. I'm on my way.
My Mac.
Okay. Right, let's switch to Mac. Maybe we can get through these ruins.
The umbilical's gone. No way back to the mule.
Your only choice is to go deeper. I do not envy you.
Okay, sealed doorway.
This temple, or whatever the hell it is, it's through here.
Mac, hurry.
Ooh.
Well, Kane, damn it.
Language, Mac.
What happened?
I dropped the laser. Hold on.
What about this thing? What am I supposed to do? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we've got a pentagram. Is it a pentagram? Probably not. Pentagon, that's what I mean. I wonder if that relates to what Charlie can see. Not Charlie. Mose. And we've also got a circular thing here. Hang on. Let's go back to the security terminal.
Once started, employment is a light that never goes out. The more you contribute, the brighter your flame will become.
Listen, my brothers and sisters, death is not the end. When we pass on from this world, we join the Nexus of Nine, where we will be reunited with our loved ones and live in eternal peace and happiness.
That's all well and good, but what does that have to do with our work here at Kane Corporation? We need to focus on the here and now, on working hard and achieving our goals, not on some afterlife that may or may not exist.
Got another thing here. What's this? Where's that key card? Ooh. Right, so look at this security terminal first. Okay. Alright, I think that's it for now. Let's go into this. Let's go into this next room.
You are in artifact storage.
Let's have a look at this terminal first. There's another vent there. Alright, let's have a look. Got some images. Ooh. Dead. Dead. Wow. Okay. Brains. No idea. No messages. Okay, so this is like a... Is that Russian? Kochnie... Bol... sample. I don't know. That might be important though. Krasny. Krasnia. Okay. Okay. It's over here.
Pieces and parts. This would be a fun puzzle.
An apt analogy, my friend. A puzzle solved too late.
Mac, are you seeing this? Look at the artifacts. The stone, it's like the one we saw before, but the symbol.
It's Soviet Russian. What the hell?
Hope loved puzzles.
Empty organic sampler, okay.
Empty.
An observation pod, my friend. With nothing to observe.
Like this, something could get out.
Or in.
Leave it in there for now. We'll look at the PDA. What we got up here?
Mortuary cabinet open. Resealed to avoid thawing.
Charlie, look at the uniforms.
Yeah, they're Soviet too.
Let's have a look at the morgue slab. Lighter. Okay. An inventory tag. This looks fun to chew, even though it smells a little like toes. But oh, I do wish I could take just one little bite. Fire melts stuff. It makes crunchy noises when you press the button. Oh dear. Comrade Kirill, you must commandeer 3 suits from the lock storage. First, locate the thermite ingredients: potassium, ferric oxide, and aluminum. Then meet me in the pantry. Have we taken a sample of either of these guys? Doesn't look like it. Thermite, potassium, ferric oxide, aluminum. Could be important. Probably is. Alright, let's look at this PDA, then we'll go into the vent. Liza Simpson, anthropologist. Reggie used to spend his days at my feet, and now he sits on my desk in a well-deserved position of prominence. He will always be my most cherished possession. After all, the royal pup was awarded to me by Cain himself upon his glorious rebirth. The anthropological laboratory is well stocked, as my choker position demands. The specimens are mostly well preserved. My assistant is an adequate aid and welcome company, despite some squeamishness on his part. I've begun analysing the samples, starting with the 3 sets of human remains discovered in the ocean floor during reconstruction of the thermal reactor. Low temperatures aided in their preservation. Initial dating puts them in the late 20th century, with clothing suggesting Soviet military personnel circa the 1980s. The cause of death has not been established conclusively, but there are signs of malnutrition and starvation. I will perform a dissection to study their diet after this recording. Then I will begin an initial pass on the anthropological specimens supplied by Dr. Moon. There is a definite incongruence with the specimens received by Baron, which appear to be much older. I've looked into the signal that drew Cain Corporation to this place. The instruction set is naval, using defunct Soviet encryption on a ULF, 12 seconds repeating. How could this signal emanate from the bottom of the Pacific 150 years after the fall of the Soviet Union? Okay, so when does that place it? Sort of late or early 22nd century, maybe? The game, I mean. Irrelevant to my research, but fascinating. The message requests the evacuation of 32 crew in good health. Judging by the 3 fellows that I've been studying, help never came. In other news, my relationship with the new assistant is deteriorating. He recoiled in disgust when he saw Reggie, horrified that I'd put the dog on display. It's bizarre that a man who works with human remains is bothered by beautiful work of animal taxidermy. Nevertheless, I've noted to discuss the matter with management and church officials. I've been asked to break bread with a Salaya or on Cane Day. Reggie, this calls for a real celebration. We retrieved patient 818386, although the infection had rendered him unconscious by the time we found him. We've placed him in a hyperbaric chamber for further study. He claims to have no memory of his infection vector. The medics don't know if his condition is contagious, so they're taking all possible precautions. Initial scans show his brain is in a state of constant activity that looks like dreaming. We're going to jury-rig some devices to record his thoughts. I wonder if that's who we're talking to. What worries us most is that the infection is dissolving his biomatter. Hair, skin and muscle are falling to the floor. Several of his organs are failing. Further expeditions into the well have been halted until we know more. 818386's affliction is morbidly fascinating. I spent nights watching his body's slow deterioration through the glass portals. I even catch myself speaking to him when we're alone, airing my frustrations as if he were my therapist. I didn't expect to find therapeutic sanctuary in the disintegrating miracle that is my grouchy former assistant, but here we are. Kane delivers when all seems lost. Over the past year, most of his body mass has sloughed off, but his brain and nervous system remain intact. They appear to be functioning normally, although they are sending and receiving ghost signals. He seems blissfully unaware of his predicament. Thanks to this horrific miracle of biology, we've resumed efforts to record his thoughts. If we can make sense of the data, we may gain some insight into his affliction. The first recording should be ready within the hour. Saleya, I know you wanted to be kept personally abreast of any new developments with our patient. The first recordings of 818386 are possibly more astounding than his physical condition. He's remained fully cognizant. At the same time, he appears to be experiencing some confusion surrounding his memories, which you already mentioned when he was first quarantined. We've requested that a relevant specialist be sent here to help us. Until then, we'll keep monitoring and recording. I continue to visit him whenever I can. Somehow, even when I was talking to my dog, I didn't realise how desperate I was for companionship. The shock of his condition, life pared down to a fragile network of signals, has forced me to admit how far away from everything I feel, trapped in this claustrophobic complex at the bottom of the ocean. Working towards what, exactly? Dr. Harefest has concluded that 818386's visions are real memories, but they are bleeding into him from an external source. He is inheriting memories from something. The notion is unsettling, but we can't deny that 818386's memories frequently corroborate new findings to which he is not privy. Does he understand that these memories are not his own, or is he beginning to think they're his real memories? Is he trapped in those moments? Dr. Harefest has identified the cause of 818386's condition, foreign microbes resembling a fungal growth in his brain. Dr. Moon codified the microbe as a more complex strain of PS139. As I'm sure you know, a proto-form of PS139 is what drew Kane here in the first place, and why the original alpha base was built. Meanwhile, we're investigating ways to establish a continuous feed of his thoughts so he can talk to us directly. I'm sure this is who we've been speaking to. Is it strange that I've come to see him as a friend despite his condition? I think about what it would be like to experience other people's memories as my own. What happens to your sense of self when you feel like you've lived 100 lives? The doctor is waxing poetic about an arrowhead that is the source of the infection. I'm surrounded by idiots. I miss peaceful strolls to commune with the Father and watch the light show. At least he understands. Liza, from Salaya this is. Liza, you're too close to the subject and this project has exceeded your scope of expertise. I've put in a formal request with corporate for your transfer off the mule. Reggie, what am I to do? Okay. Right, let's explore the vent.
Oh no, Charlie Mac. Scary things.
I see it, baby. It's okay.
That's the creature that came out of the brain vat tumor.
Its cries.
I do not like this.
He needs a way around it.
There is no alternate route, I'm afraid.
Then he has to move it.
Move it.
Not a fan. We try lighting on fire. No. Stabbing it. Why do we take a sample? How about this thing? Do you want that? No. Have a toe tag? No. Okay, we can't currently do anything then. What happens if is it just going to kill me? Oh dear. Poor Moses.
Okay? What's going on?
Shut the door.
Sorry, Moses, I just had to see. Death 4. But he didn't get Death 2, so I've somehow evaded one of the deaths without realising. But okay, let's switch to... Or we could go back to that security machine that was out this way. I want to see that. I want to see the symbols again. Let's go back to Mac. Does any of what he's looking at tally with that? So we've got the Pentagon. Okay, let's just work through it methodically, see if any of this does anything. There's 4 locks. Okay, Charlie. Not Charlie, Moses. It could look a bit like that. I still don't get what this relates to. Where he came from, that's that door. No, okay. Actually, I did have a... Let's check the hint.
This door won't budge. Its gears are locked tight. The gears are metal, and metal can be moved by magnets.
Okay, let's go back to Charlie.
Kane, heavy under central apparatus. 1138. Power procedure initiated.
Children should not play near this machine, Charlie.
You're probably right, Mose.
Well, let's try engaging the drill.
Warning. Calibration error.
Let's take all this stuff in case any of it can be combined. Can we take a sample from this? No. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, I don't think we can do any more with Charlie until we've got the calibration info. I genuinely don't know what this relates to. I haven't seen a pattern like this anywhere yet that I'm aware of. That's the torch, isn't it? So it's in there. I'm a bit stumped, to be honest. Alright, let's take some of this stuff, see if I can smash any of it into our constituent parts. I'm sure this has got to relate to Moses' security terminal, I'm just not sure how. Got the 4 things coming out there. I don't like those noises. I don't get why this one's red. It's like subsystem. I think it's this one and this one relate to Mac's machine, but or his door. Oh, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, Charlie can't do anything. Let's go back in this other room again.
But don't you see our
go away.
The church is just as important as the corporations.
Let's skip over this.
That's
Or why the holograms are arguing. No movement. Locked. Broadcasting audio artifact storage lab. Well, that's where the creature is. What's he going to say on his
I can
head?
play sounds from here. This could be fun.
Oh, this makes a whirring sound. No. Because maybe we can lure the creature by playing a sound? I'm not quite sure what sound. There was nothing there really, was there? Pretty sure we want to catch the creature in there. I'm pretty sure that's the point. So we've got a couple of locked doors, a creature, a microphone. Something to do with thermite here. Is that code for something? I don't know. We'll find a use for this unconscious scrubber at some point. I feel like I don't have what I need. Let's go back to the starting position. And we'll work our way through, examining everything again. Just in case I have missed something. This is still in blue, so let's start with this. What's this? Scope lens. It's fun looking at myself. I'm such a dirty little boy. Okay. What about this? Can I get a sample of that? No. Can I stab it? No. It's definitely still interactorable. Alright, you know what that mirror could be useful for, though, is maybe rediverting that laser beam. So let's see if that's a thing. Let's just take that for now. Alright, can I put it in there? What has that done? Ooh.
Well, it worked. Believe it or not, the lock's cut open.
Mac must hurry.
We just cut all the things that were holding it shut, I suppose. What's this? That's big stone head. Yikes.
Whoa.
Loud noises.
Tell me about it.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Got through the door, right as the dig site collapsed behind me. Made it. Barely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Where are you now?
Give me a second.
Stone heads. A gallery of malformed stone heads glance and leer about, frozen in the perpetual fascination of those who find themselves wandering these long dead halls. So we're inside at the temple now. Protrusions. Ribbed protrusions, the colour of curdled dairy, seesaw along the walls. A carved simulacrum of gills and fish scales. Ooh. Sculpted figurine, or figure. The carved figures within the hallway have undergone a macabre tonal shift, whereas the sculpture by the entrance was adorned by jewellery. Those within this shrouded hallway depict flayed bodies in brooding positions. Right, let's take a look at whatever this is. Like an ancient mural of some kind, like these are the sort of weird figures with more recent notes. I'm not quite sure what the symbols represent. Bioluminescent algae. Birthing gateway. Oh my. A gargantuan stone torso rears up from the ground, its belly bent open to allow travel through toothed ribs. A disquieting maternal aura emanates from the sculpture, the Caesarean passageway promising a contrived rebirth for those who emerge, an unbirth for those who enter. Okay then. Okay, let's go in. crane.
Oh, jeez. That is a long drop.
Distance to bottom of crevice is incalculable.
Ooh.
Well, that makes me feel better.
What are you going to do?
Gotta get across, obviously. Need to bridge the gap. Somehow.
Oof. Okay, so there were... These obviously tally with the symbols I found on that poster, but... Okay.
Charlie, you see this? The reaction in the metal?
Yeah. It's amazing. Some sort of chemical reaction?
An ancient technology. And like everything else here, one better left alone.
Wish I had the luxury.
Okay. Oh, so maybe I've got to get them all lit? That was wrong. Oh. Hello. I don't know what to do now. Alright, let's leave that for now. There's probably other stuff to look at here. Got a palisade. Twisted bridge. We could go back and look at that poster again. And I think I've kind of done it through trial and error. They've circled this one. Am I supposed to recreate that pattern, like 3 dark and the rest lit up? But it is kind of activating, isn't it? I don't know what these are, but I feel like we need to kind of do something with these. I mean, it's actually locked. I can't even move these things anymore. Alright. I don't think I can do much more with Mac at this time. What's Moses got going on? Okay, I still don't get this. I don't know. Nothing else has really changed for these guys. Let's go back to Mac. Was there more area out here? There may have been. There actually is. Okay, well let's continue past on from this now. Insect. Okay, well I meant to go past this, but we're going to look at it anyway. Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Kabur, Archaeological Geology. Dear Mum and Dad, I'm writing to share with you the fantastic news that I've been transferred to a new facility. I'm excited about this opportunity and can't wait to share all the details with you in person. The work I'm doing here is truly groundbreaking, and I'm grateful to be able to make such meaningful contributions to my field. I'm also thrilled to let you know that my superior mentioned the possibility of a bonus leave if I continue to excel in my work. I miss you both and can't wait to see you again on the ring. Until then, please know that my love for you is as strong as ever, and you're always in my thoughts. Abdul. I looked closer at the drone footage of the ancient water wheels surrounding the black sand beach. They were primarily used for milling. What's even more fascinating is the substance they were grinding. The millstones are coated in a fine white powder. I had it tested, and it turned out to be bone dust. Human bone. Why they were grinding remains a mystery. Ceremonial use? Dietary supplement? Animal feed? To Dave Gallagher. I understand the company's desire to expand Omega deeper into the cave system. Still, there's no practical way of doing it without damaging sections of the excavation site. Do we really need a STEM station down here? These ruins are still mostly unexplored, but their inhabitants were remarkable, even from what little we know. Their technology was far more advanced than any other civilization from this period by hundreds of years. The historical significance of these findings cannot be overstated. They could change everything we know about our earliest ancestors. I implore you to halt expansion until we can find a way to preserve the ruins. At the very least, allow me to plead my case in person when you arrive next week. A C-14 sample from the oldest milled bones has been dated 1650 AD. Meanwhile, the structures themselves go back thousands of years. Perhaps the sample was contaminated. Either way, we must keep the site intact until we understand what we're dealing with. The core samples we drilled at 5671 Hz at 1.29 meters per second squared. So I think these might be the codes that we need for Charlie. I'm actually going to write that down because I think we'll need them. 5671 Hertz 1.29 ms squared. Okay. Indicate that most of the cave system comprises calcic plagioclase, sanidine with augite, olivine, and small amounts of leucite. This is unusual for the region, especially the ocean floor. The weathering further suggests this outcrop was exposed to sun and wind some 2,000 years ago. Is it going to be Atlantis or something like that? Today my heart is heavy with grief. I received the terrible news that a vet was tragically injured. The thought of informing Captain Heskin up top is just horrid. The loss is truly devastating. I found the critters that escaped from animal testing. They were breeding in the refrigeration tanks. I don't know what my colleagues were doing with them in the lab. Still, they should be more careful. Those things are nasty. Fluoroantimonic, yeah, acidic blood and all. Got word of a base lockdown. Guess I'm going to be stuck here for a while. I'm not complaining. You can't keep moving people into the temple even if the quarantine lasts only a few days. They are damaging an incredibly valuable excavation site. Find another place to put them. Everyone has piled into the Prime Omega laboratory. My claustrophobia kept me out here. It's been so tranquil. Where is everybody? The decon chamber alarm was going nuts. I looked in through the lab door. It was piled high with congealed torsos. At first glance I could see something that looked like a gnarled tree with knotted branches and a twisted trunk. But upon closer inspection its branches were made up of human arms and legs, twisted and contorted into grotesque shapes. The trunk was composed of torsos, stacked one on top of the other, their eyes and mouths open in eternal screams of agony. The creature seemed to pulsate with life, its limbs writhing and twitching as if it were in constant pain. Every now and then a blood-curdling scream would emit from their mouths. I've collapsed the bridge to ensure it stays in the lab. Now this sounds very much like the dream that the very first guy that we found in the first episode, that he was having, that being a disembodied trunk just screaming with loads of others. Is it a bit like the Thing, this microbe they found? Does it kind of sew together organic matter in some way? I don't fear death, for I know nothing is left to experience pain once my mind is gone, but I would have liked to explore more of the world and uncover our shared past. Alas, even this current project, which will take my life, remains unfinished. The many stories in these walls waiting to be told will not find their interpreter in me. There is comfort in meeting my end locked up in a temple erected by a lost civilization. It is a good death for an adventurer. If you find this log, please have my body sent to the corpse ring for burial. I promised my parents I would return to them. Well, I think you're being eaten by an insect. A grotesque invertebrate mounts its hapless prize, the tip of its insectile head burrowed deeply through a tear in the hazmat suit. The plastic around the tear undulates as hidden Haustellum quaff flesh liquefied by injected toxins, while probing mandibles spoon up crumbling meaty porridge. That is disgusting. Can I poke it with this? No.
Oh, Kane's reign.
Is it... it's still alive?
The creature is, not the poor bastard underneath it.
An unpleasant end.
Maybe you can cut it off him?
That would mean getting close to it.
I'm going to try and take a sample. Okay, can't do that. We can burn it. It's probably this though, isn't it?
This thing's blood. It melted right through the metal.
Cutting it open didn't stop it?
No. It's writhing. It didn't even notice, I'd say.
Very little would stop it. It is a higher form.
Compared to what?
Can I take a tissue sample now? Or stick that in? Or do this? Have the scrubber in there? Okay, but I think we can get Charlie rocking now with these numbers. So velocity was 1.29. It was 1.29. That's it. And the frequency was 5671. There.
Warning. Kane, heavy undercentral apparatus 113A in operation. Operation should be conducted by licensed HUDA engineers only.
Is that so? Mac, I did it. I got the drill to finish its run.
Still have all your arms?
Legs too. Looks like a cave on the other side.
That cave system will lead you to Alpha Base, assuming you haven't destabilized its structural integrity. It very well could collapse on you.
Bucket of optimism, aren't you, pal?
Alright, let's go into the cave. Okay, we got a PDA, a dead diver.
There's a dead diver here. He died in his suit.
May his mind find the Nexus. Does he have anything useful?
Hydrophone. What is that? An omnidirectional recording device, super sensitive and precise. Okay, cool. Well, we know, I think I kind of get the gist of what that can be used for. Empty has bag. Kind of an extra pocket. Oh, can withstand toxic spills and store acid. Well, I think I know what that might be used for. Aluminum welding rods. Huh. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go back to Mac and try that acid storage thing on it. Acid in a bag. I wonder if the bear could use that to get through his door. Over here. He did specify a magnet though, but can we use acid? No. Okay. Cool. Well, I feel like there's going to be a lot of moving parts in this next bit. We've got quite a lot to do. We'll go back to Charlie because I think there's actually there's a PDA for her to read here. There's a cave to go in down here, I think. So let's come back to that next time. So I'll just say thanks very much for watching this episode of Stasis Bone Totem. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm really enjoying seeing where the story goes. It feels very much like sort of eldritch horror sort of stuff that we're getting into. Certainly body horror. Hopefully you enjoy that. If you do, then it'd be great if you could give the video a thumbs up and leave me a message, leave me a comment as well to let me know what you think about it. And finally, if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be great if you could do so. It'd be great to have you around. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you next time for more Stasis Bone Totem. Bye for now.